your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The start of the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season is still more than 2 weeks away, but this weekend, residents in various islands in the Bahamas can expect adverse weather. Grand Bahamas chief meteorologist says that an area of low pressure is expected over the weekend, bringing in squally rain showers and heavy winds. Officer in charge of the Freeport Met Office, Siobhan Moxie Bonamy, explaining which islands across the country will be affected by the frontal boundary.
There is a more or less tall frontal boundary just around the Exomas, south of New Providence and Ross. And it's going to gradually lift toward the north, and on late Friday evening into Saturday, an area of low pressure is forecast to form along that tail end frontal boundary. Right now, the exact position and location of the low as it forms is somewhat uncertain, but it seems to be that it's going to eventually gravitate toward the New Providence, sort of the Berry Islands, toward the Abacos area, and gradually move toward the north-northeast. That being said, gusty showers, squally showers, periods of heavy rain, thunderstorms, winds, sometimes gusting to gale force, can be experienced, particularly around the northwest Bahama Islands and portions of the central Bahamas as the low comes together on Friday night into Saturday.
She says the heavy amount of rainfall seems to be trending towards Andros, New Providence, Eleuthera, North Exuma Keys, and gradually towards the Berry Islands and Abaco, with Grand Bahama and Bimini more or less on the backside of the low.
If it forms in the location I'm seeing it to form, we will definitely be having some squally showers and periods of gusty winds across Grand Bahama and Bimini as the system progressively moves towards the north-northeast. It should eventually clear entirely the low itself, the islands, on late Sunday into Monday, but it will drag a weak surface trough, and that will sort of linger some showers across our area. Of course, the National Hurricane Center is monitoring the system and has given it some potential to form into a subtropical system as it gradually lifts away from the islands. That being said, of course, we are monitoring it very closely.
Bonamy is encouraging residents to secure outside items that have potential to become projectiles during the strong winds.
So mariners are strongly advised to not venture far from port, more than likely they should really stay in port. And for those who might have tents set up, you might want to consider taking them down until the low moves out of the area, particularly on Friday going into Saturday. So you have some window to do some of that on Thursday. And loose furnishing, you might want to secure those as well, because like I said, we are expected to have periods of gusty winds very near the gale force. So that is about what I see for right now. Of course, it's an evolving system, so as the day.
Now, as the hurricane season is just over 2 weeks away, Bonamy is reminding residents that now is the time to begin preparing. Now, due to that expected system this weekend, Hospital Administrator Sharon Williams says that plans are already in motion to protect their patients and staff at the Samaritans per site. Williams says that since the freak weather system on April 26, they have been working closely with the local Met Department to stay on top of any weather systems that threaten the island.
That brings concern again for our tents at Samaritan, and in addition, our modular isolation facilities near our emergency room that we have set up for COVID response. So we have proactively advised our managers to meet with us and to devise a plan for movement of our patients and our clients in these areas before the weather would impact this area.
Williams adds that they are actively preparing to move those that may be affected.
We are looking at our new facilities at the Cancer Association to be able to house some persons if necessary. Our emergency room facilities, if it isn't too crowded, we have to see what patient load we have there at the time. And of course, our facility at Freeport Community Clinic, our IAT building. So between those three locations, we will use those to house our patients temporarily till the weather returns to normal.
The Grand Bahama Children's Home receiving a major donation today, one that will go toward the rebuilding of the home, which was severely damaged 8 months ago by Hurricane Dorian. Family Guardian Financial Agency Manager John Hepburn says every year Family Guardian has partnered with the Children's Home for their annual Founders Day since 2013.
We were extremely disheartened to find out what had happened after Hurricane Dorian. Therefore, as a result, Sagicor and Family Guardian has partnered to combine to commit themselves to donate $30,000 to the Children's Home to build a new lab for the children. We have also, the 30 children involved will also receive new tablets. Just last week also, due to community effort, we also purchased 2 wheelchairs for the residents. The donation itself is just to show that Family Guardian supports education as well as social development for Grand Bahama.
Executive Director at the Grand Bahama Children's Home, Sheila Johnson-Smith, says they're elated and grateful to Family Guardian as they've been very supportive to the home over the years.
Every year, John and his team come here and we have a Founders Day and they're here. He calls me and he says, Sheila, what do you need? And I give him a whole list. And he makes sure and brings everything that we need at the Children's Home. So we are grateful for this donation after the hurricane. And like I said, they are family to us here at the Children's Home. They stepped up to the plate right away and they're giving us the $30,000 for the rebuild of the computer and library. It's amazing. Our children need it. Our children are, they're on honor roll all the time. So this is a great thing for our children.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Don't go away.